Jellyfish, it's Tracy. If you're watching this today on Thanksgiving, I want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you eat a lot of very yummy food. And if you're not watching this on Thanksgiving or you don't celebrate, I just wish you a very happy Thursday. Today I thought, kind of in honor of it being Thanksgiving and the holidays and stuff starting and Christmas starting, I figured I wanted to do a kind of exciting, happy video, and just because I feel like the last two videos I did were really negative. Like I did one on Iconic Masters, not that that was actually not that negative, Iconic Masters, and then I did Magic cards I loathe last week. I thought I would do my top 10 favorite Magic cards. This list is in no particular order. These are just like the top 10 cards that came to mind. And if you've been watching me for a while, let's play a game of how many of these can you actually guess correctly, because there's some of these cards that I mention all the time, but there's some cards that I don't mention as often. So I think some of these are going to kind of be a shock to some people who've been keeping up with me for a while. So this is my top 10 favorite Magic cards. Many of these are EDH cards. I think all but like 2 of them are EDH cards, kind of. But let us get into it. The first card really should, I don't think, come as a surprise, but I feel like, I don't know if I've mentioned this card frequently, and that is Tasigur, the Golden Fang. I remember when Tasigur first came out, I was all about this life. I was like, I need like 20 of this card. It was like, I want to run this card in Modern, I want to run this card in EDH. I have an EDH deck dedicated to Tasigur. He's like the bomb.com. He's one of my commanders and he's fantastic. He just does a lot of different things. I really love his delve ability because like casting Tasigur for like 1 mana is like so satisfying. I really like having him as my commander in EDH because he, first off, I get my colors. Second off, bananas. I mean, oh my god, I can show you guys if you've never seen this before. This, one of my good friends, Kristen, made this for me. It's a Tasigur. And it got a banana. And honestly, I swear the artist who painted this, I can't read, Chris Kahn, I think that says, I guarantee that when he was making this, he was like, oh my god, bananas, like no one's gonna care about these, and all everyone can ever talk about is like Tasigur bananas. Like, I just think it's like the funniest thing. I don't know why everyone fixated on, I fixate on that, I don't know why, it's really funny. Anyways, he's a fantastic commander because I love that delve aspect in it, because a lot of times I'll push away unwanted cards that like I don't need, like lands, things like that I just don't want in my graveyard anymore. So it's great. Sometimes when people kill Tasigur, it actually helps me because I can delve away more cards, which is really sweet. And then it's just like a 1 mana 4/5, which is incredible. And then for 4 mana, you mill 2 cards, and then your opponent takes an online card and you get it back to your hand, which is just incredible. In Modern, this card is just absolute nuts. Is absolutely nuts. I love Tasigur, love this card. Hence, I have a little tiny Tasigur. Come on. I also have a Jellyfish too. My Jellyfish it's chilling over there. It's very cute. That Krista also made for me. Okay, the next card, another one of my EDH commanders. I actually am talking about 3 of my EDH commanders in here, which is kind of funny, but I mean, I guess that makes sense. And then is Avacyn, Angel of Hope. But yes, love Avacyn. I just had to take a moment because she's just so incredible. I have her in my EDH deck and it's so much around like board wipes. So it's fantastic because I just like blow up the board, or I blow up everyone else's board, and like all my stuff is indestructible, and then I'm left with like an 8/8 flying vigilance, which is awesome, without buffs, which I do have a couple of buffs in there that make her bigger. And then it's just a couple of hits from Avacyn in a commander game and you're just dead off of commander damage. That's one of the ways I just win with that deck, and she's just incredible. Like, I don't care that she's like 8 mana, she's just a house. A freaking house, giving all your permanents indestructible, and then you're left with a huge creature. Love her. I love angel artwork. When I did my video talking about favorite artwork, I talked a lot about angels because I just think their art is just so pretty a lot of the times. It's like some of my favorite in the game. So, Avacyn, love her. She's amazing. Another one of my EDH commanders. I'm so sorry this is like all my faves are EDH commanders, but I can't help it. I talked about Sliver Queen. I talked about Sliver Queens in one of my lists where I talked about like EDH cards worth the money. She is worth every single penny. I am so happy that I splurged, and I think I traded for her. I don't think honestly I straight up bought her. I think I definitely traded for her. And she's just great. Oh my god, is that a Japanese Sliver Queen? I need it. Oh, that's so cool. I love it. Anyways, unrelated. I can't tell you how much I love this card because she's my commander, and it's so sweet because, like, okay, she's like 5 colors, but then she's just like a 7/7, so it's like huge, and it like kills a lot of stuff, which is great. A couple hits from her, your opponent's just dead off a commander damage, which is awesome. And then you just get to put in tokens. Like, it's so sweet because it's like, oh, I have like nothing else to do with my mana. Like, this is awesome. Also too, I really like that they're colorless because this really helps in like matchups where like your opponent has like pro colors or something like that. I've been in situations where it's been relevant that they're colorless. But yeah, just when you have nothing to do with your mana, which I just think makes her a really solid commander. I love this card. I never get tired of playing her, like, basically. And that's kind of what this video is cards. Like, I could play this card frequently and not get bored of it. Okay, this is a card that I feel as though I don't mention a lot on my YouTube channel, but real Magic player friends know me for absolutely loving Oblivion Ring. I collect this card, actually. So randomly, if you ever see me on the side of the street and you want to like, give me like 12 Oblivion Rings, it will go in my binder. But yeah, I love Oblivion Ring. I didn't bring my binder out, but it's in the closet. I'm too lazy to get it. But I do collect Oblivion Rings. Just because I think, like, when I started playing EDH, I'm sorry. Okay, back when I started playing Magic and I was playing, like, 60 count casual decks, like, back when, like, I didn't know where formats were, I played, like, this mono white, I had, like, mono white Angels, and I ran, like, Gideon's Lawkeeper and, like Oblivion Ring and, like, Angels, and it was so sweet. Again, back when formats didn't exist and we just did whatever we wanted. And I remember, like, everyone just totally knew me for, like, okay, Tracy's definitely got an Oblivion Ring in her hands. Like, I mean, that was me, and it still is definitely me. Absolutely love this card. I love the fact that it removes anything. Like, I guess people could say, oh, there are better cards and things like that, but, you remove another non-land permanent from the game, and then Oblivion Ring just kind of, like, chills on the board. I love it because it's anything that you want. It's non-land, so you can't get a dumb land or something if your opponent's playing, like, with stupid lands, but, just such a solid EDH card. I just never get tired of casting this card. So many times I'm like, need removal, oh, Oblivion Ring, like, yes. I feel like I'm thinking of this, I feel like I haven't drawn it recently, like, any of my games that I've had. You know what I think is this is actually kind of funny, but kind of sad. I don't think I actually have it in my 5-color deck, and I know it sounds weird, you're like, wait, you're talking about it in your favorite cards, like, duh, it should be in there because it's 5-color, but honestly, I think because I collect them, I always forget that I actually should take them out and, like, put them in decks, which is what I think happens, that I think that they're just in there. I have, like, custom Oblivion Rings that one of my friends drew me. I have to show you guys now, because Okay, just in case any of you honestly thought I was playing, I mean, why would you even assume the Lore Winard is my favorite? I have one missing. I think it's because that's in a deck. And then this is the one that one of my friends customed me. And then where the hell is my Laurelin one that he customed for me? Is it here? Oh yeah, I just forgot to show you. And this is the other one. I got these like custom done from a friend. It wasn't like I purchased them. And then I have a foil one, and then someone inked this out. Honestly, it was one of my friends. I don't remember. One of my friends signed this. And then I have some Japanese ones, which if you guys know, Japanese is my favorite language of cards. And then I have the Knights vs. Dragons ones, which I really don't like this art. I have a foil one in there. And then I have more Oblivion Rings. And more Oblivion Rings. And more Oblivion Rings. And then I have something that one of my friends drew me. So yeah, I really was not kidding. This is my binder, by the way. It's super sweet. It has all badass ladies on it. I love it. Okay, anyways. So, yeah, basically, if you can't tell, Oblivion Ring is one of my favorite Magic cards. Okay, this card is actually going to come as a shock to absolutely no one, and that is Snapcaster Mage. This is a card that I've played with in Modern, and honestly, I actually threw it in EDH deck. And normally I'm not someone who plays with, like, I wouldn't say expensive cards, but like I wouldn't play with a card like this in EDH because I look at this where it's more of a competitive card. At least for me, like other people do it and I'm like, whatever, I don't care. But like for me, I was always like, oh, I don't want to play with a card like that. That's really competitive. But I threw it in Tasigur because I had them laying around. But I absolutely love this card. I just can't tell you how many times I'm like, building decks around Snapcaster Mage in mind. Like, I'm like, oh my god, this works super well with Snapcaster Mage. Like, I can't shut up about this card. Like, this is one of those cards that is like, I should do a video talking about modern cards that are worth every penny. Like, let me know if you guys would like that video. Like, I did one where I was like, EDH cards that are so expensive but worth it. I should do one on modern because like, this is a card that is like complete, it's like a life-changing. Like, I'm serious. Once you cast this card, you're like, okay, there's like nothing in the world like casting Snapcaster Mage Lightning Bolt, Snapcaster Mage Opt, Snapcaster Mage, anything. There's just nothing as satisfying as it. Absolutely love this card. I could cast this card actually probably forever and be actually just emotionally okay because I love it. Okay, some of you are probably going to be wondering why I didn't talk about Elspeth Sun's Champion first because, again, another card I can't shut up about. I'm not going to talk that much about it because I feel like this is the card I mentioned the most out of everything on this list. Love this card. Think it's just incredible. 6 mana, starts with 4 loyalty. Uptake, you get 3 dudes. She's the best planeswalker at protecting herself, no questions. She's just the best at protecting herself. Love that. -3, she's a mini board wipe. You destroy all creatures with power 4 or greater. Awesome. And then her -7 doesn't seem like it's the most threatening emblem, but let me tell you something. When you have like 7 1/1s, those all just casually become 3/3s with flying, and you casually have like 21 damage on the board. And if you're playing modern, that's like probably way more than enough to kill them. Just FYI, because your opponent probably like fetched and shocked and did all that other kind of stuff to lose life. So Elspeth Sun Champion is in my book for one of my favorite ladies of all time and just one of my favorite Magic cards. I absolutely love this card. Will run this card to the day I die. Okay. This is a card that I honestly don't think I've mentioned a lot, and I think it's because I only run it in one deck, but it is a card that it's one of my win conditions in Tasigur, and that is Kessig Cagebreakers. This is on my list of cards that are so underrated, and I cannot tell you how many games this is like killed my opponent. Like, I have done like 60 plus damage with this card. Like, it is nuts. If you're playing any sort of graveyard recursion in EDH, you need a Kessig Cagebreakers. Or not graveyard recursion, like, yeah, you graveyard recursion, but like stuff where you get cards in your graveyard, because this card is just such a hassle. Now, if you're playing in a playgroup where people play like Rest in Peace or like cards like that, it's not going to be as good. But guys, like, seriously, this card plus Temporal Trespass, which like gives you an extra turn, is like one of my favorite combos, because like I'll cast Cagebreakers and they're like, oh, cool, you can't swing with it this turn, and then I'm like Temporal Trespass, and then I like get an extra turn and I like swing for like 30. I have done that so many times and it is so satisfying. I have a really hard time in Tasigur because I have a lot of tutors choosing what to get, but if it's like that stage of the game where I have Temporal Trespass, I'm like, Kessig Cagebreakers, boom, splat, kill my opponent. Like, it is so satisfying. It just pops a win out from like nowhere. Love this card. Oh my god, I love this card. Okay. Another card that I honestly don't think I have really talked about on this channel, and again, because it's 5 color, and that is Conflux. I love this card. I'm a huge fan of tutors. If you guys know me, you know I love tutors. Like, I can't get enough. And I'm actually going to be talking about one card that I usually talk about all the time because it is 5 color and it belongs in a 5 color deck. But I absolutely love this card. It's been so many instances where I'm like, dude, like, I need like again, tutors. I love tutors, but a lot of times tutors are like 1 card, but this is like 5 cards, and it's so great in like multicolor in 5 color decks because you have multicolor card options. So like you get something that's like white and green and then like black and red, and like you have like those different kind of color, which is just so cool. Love this card. It says anything too, which is fantastic. It's a lot of mana, but I don't care. I love Conflux. Okay, this card, I run in every single green EDH deck, no questions. That is Eternal Witness. I think this is on a lot of people's lists, I would say, for, like, favorite Magic cards of all time. I just never get tired of casting Eternal Witness because I'm like, all these instances where I'm like, damn, like, I really need, like, some sort of way of getting something back, and then you're left with a 2/1, and it's like, this with Skull Clamp is, like, the best thing ever, because I do that all the time in Tasigur, and it's just amazingly satisfying because it's so sweet, because you like Eternal Witness, you like get something back, and then you like Skull Clamp it, and then you like draw 2 cards, and it's like so much value. Like, it's so sweet. Yeah, I love this card. Love the art. Tracy, one of my favorite Magic artists, and I love this card. Oh god, and you can run it in modern EDH. Like, oh, I love this card. Okay, all right, another card I talked about in my in my EDH card, magic cards worth the money, or whatever I call that video. And the last card in this list is Demonic Tutor. I think I have a really like cool story with Demonic Tutor as well, which I think I may have shared this with you guys like a while back. But when I got into Magic, like one of these kids that I went to high school with, Sal, he like had a ton of Magic cards, like tons, like buckets and buckets full of like, you know, when you like store stuff in like an attic and you have one of like those massive like container things, like, you know, fits stuff in. I'm blanking on the name of what that's called, but like a container stuffed full of Magic cards, like numerous of them stuffed full of Magic cards, and people would just rifle through them and like take stuff. And I remember, like, I don't know if it was that time or like a time I was looking through his binder or whatever, and like I was looking through stuff and I like saw Demonic Tutor and I was like, this card's awesome, like I totally want this card. And this is at a time where I was just getting into Magic, so I didn't really know like everything, and I didn't really understand like the price of like expensive cards, and I was like, everything's like $1, right? And I remember like seeing this card and he was like, that's like a, you know, at the time it was like $25, so I still think it's around $25, and the art that I'm showing you is my favorite. It's the Divine vs. Demonic art, and with Liliana, and I love this art. I will never ever buy the other art because I just think this one's so pretty, even if it's more expensive. You know, he gave it to me, and it's just a card, like, I still have that. Like, I think that's so cool when it's, like, a card that someone bought you that you, like, only have, like, one of, and you, like, know who gave it to you. Like, I just think that's so cool. Yeah, I have, like, special memories associated with this card. Would that be a cool video idea, like, cards I have special memories with? Let me know if you guys would be interested in that, because it seems like a cool video to do. Like, cards I associate with certain time periods of my life or something like that. That would be cool, but yeah, this, again, a card I really never get tired of casting just because it's so useful in almost all situations. I know a lot of people, I feel like, prefer Vampiric Tutor, but you lose 2 life and it's instant speed. Is Vampiric Tutor instant? It is. So you can do it on like turn 1 or something, but I'm like, eh, whatever. Like, you know, it just gets anything. You don't have to reveal it. Absolutely love this card. So that is it, guys. That is it for my top 10 favorite Magic cards of all time. I'm in a really good mood, if you guys can't tell. I'm like super hyped. I had like an iced tea like 8 hours ago at this point though, so I like don't know why I'm like so hyped up in energy. But I will see you guys in my next video on Tuesday.